Alright, so Bluegrass Banjo by Peter Wernick. The book that really failed to teach me to play banjo, but it didn't seem like it at the time. Yeah, I played it so much it's falling apart here. So, I've read those other two books and learned a little bit. But this one, it's well laid out. It looks like it ought to be a good book to play banjo. It's showing you how to play chords here. And it taught me the 1-4-5 method of doing chords in multiple keys. And there's some more chords, and then it gives you some songs with just the chords and 1-4-5, so you can do them in multiple keys. So you can strum some chords. And then it starts again to the rolls. And the Bell Bay books, my problem with this is that the tablets are too small to read, and this is a little bit bigger, but I remember it being bigger when I was younger and my vision was better. So it shows you how to do rolls, but this picture, how to do the hand. The other book had given me a bad habit, so I didn't follow their advice on that, and that hurt me a lot. So more on rolls. And so here is some rolls for the chords of She'll Be Coming Around the Mountain, but it doesn't sound at all like the song. And so here's some more chords to go with these songs. There's rolls with those chords for that song, and it didn't sound at all like the song. I practiced these religiously for a while, and I couldn't get it to sound like the song. So then here it teaches you hammers on, and slides and pull-offs. And the book is filled with nice pictures of famous bluegrassers. There's Bill Monroe's band. Peter Rowan's barely in the picture. So there's some licks here. Nice picture of J.D. Crowe. There's Courtney Johnson. And so with licks, here is a bunch of licks strung together that fit the chords of She'll Be Coming Around the Mountain, which is the same chords as Roll in My Sweet Baby's Arms, but it doesn't make a song. You can't hear the melody here at all. So here's the intermediate section. Songs, Cripple Creek, Worried Man, She'll Be Coming Around the Mountain, Will the Circle Be Unbroken, The Ballad of Jed Clampett, Mountain Dew, Jesse James, Little Maggie. And, so I did these over and over and over again, and it sounds a little bit like the song, but not quite. It's very frustrating to me. There's a whole thing on using records to learn, and I tried to follow his advice. I never could figure out how to play by ear any song off of a record and play with other people. Couldn't get other people to play with me. There's a nice picture of Ralph Stanley. And then here's some more rolls. And a song by Peter Wernick, an original song. So I'd never heard of it. I'd never heard of any of his. Here's Flattened Scruggs. And Old Joe Clark, a harder arrangement. And there's things on more techniques, harmonics, on music theory, on vocal harmonizing, using the banjo to do the harmonies. And then a section up the neck with an up the neck break for She'll Be Coming Around the Mountain. That I never could figure out how to play that. It was just too hard. And here's a Dave Grisman song, which I'd never heard of before. And there's the early country gentleman. And And I think I'm playing in different keys. Little Birdie, Gravity Walk, these are in the key of C. And there's some chords for you in the C tuning and the D tuning. There's no D tuning songs in this whole book, I think. And then slow stuff. There's Dark Hollow. There's a picture of Don Reno looking very punk. And The Banks of Ohio, which didn't at all sound like the melody of that song to me. Here's Jimmy Martin. And this is supposed to be an example of what kind of playing you do for medium tempo songs in the background. And I could not make heads or tails of this. 3/4 time, I couldn't make out. You know, the rolls are a little bit different. And here's a break for all the good. These are past and gone, and then melodic style. So at one point I got tired of that intermediate section. I skipped ahead to this, and I learned Devil's Dream pretty good, but it's much slower than Bill Keith plays it. Yeah, I never could figure out Sailor's Hornpipe, or didn't even try Orange Mountain Special or Chromania, which is, I believe those are both by Peter Wernick and his friends, in this case Tony Triska. So here's single string style, Don Reno's invention, and it's to the chords of She'll Be Coming Around the Mountain, but it doesn't sound at all like that melody. And then here's a second harmony double banjo part for Jesse James, and a little version of Dark Hollow for muted banjo. And then we get to the advanced tablature section. There's Lonesome Road Blues, Will the Circle Be Unbroken, John Hardy, John Henry, Buffalo Gals, Cripple Creek, and then it gets into a bunch of original songs by Peter Wernick and his friends that I'd never heard of before. And so you have to go out and buy his records, which was a bigger deal back then. So, and some stuff about history of banjos and buying an old banjo. But, as I said, this is the main book I used to try to learn banjo, and it failed to teach me to play banjo.